Like I said, that was rather insane. It's also took a lot to get my microphone back on. Got no idea what's going on with the other computer or the other device. This ramp one where you put the stop, nobody stops. I mean, you can enforce it. Cemetery Lane and 279, I think. Right. What I would do is I would put a yield sign just to, you know, I don't think you're going to be able to. Well, you can. I mean, once you start giving tickets, right. There's the thing there. You might be able to heal it, and then people will stop. They don't stop. They just roll through it. So change it to yield or something. Save face, Instead of them driving past, going, "Fool you!" Take it. So I either enforce it or just make it a yield sign. I'd make it a yield sign. Don't make any sense. It's not really a dangerous location there. What's that? Maybe a new form. Yeah, it's really weird. Hashem's rays are going up instead of down. That's what it appears as. I think I know which way to go. I think it just changes into 79. Maybe Mossad can contact the Jewish community here in Pittsburgh and tell them don't have more or something like that. Right. I need to back up so I can figure out the rest of the plan. I already said it. Civil affairs is really it. The more civil affairs mentality Israel exhibits towards Palestinians, which again is in the Torah, right? The easier it's going to be. Right? They might even get to the point like, who cares if we have our own state? Because again, the idea of having their own state versus having their own nation. Right? Full rights and all that. But again, we're trying to get somewhere with that, and they killed it. I mean, I was surprised Bush was into that. That's usually a kind of almost a liberal point of view, right? And they killed it. Until Dice was part of that. Well, the stuff at the bottom of the bin pretty much hard. So a lot of their curses keep coming up. That they're being powered because it takes so much power to effectuate the move. But again, they were killing me, and I couldn't stay. Darn it, killing me right now. Whoa! I just sit there and curse their victim all day long. Pieces of garbage. I gotta get this stuff out. I had all this stuff in here. I got my ABS or AP, not APS, what do you call it? Yeah, I guess my backup. I got my battery backup thing, so that way I don't have to worry about using my mobile battery on my cameras in my room. I've got one of my other cameras. Those samosas were fabulous. Oh my god! Not the healthiest for me, but absolutely delicious. Lakshmi definitely makes them better than deep. The deep ones you need chutney. The Lakshmi are fine the way they are. You can microwave them. A lot of people don't know that. You just got to know how to do it. It's fine. Well, because the Jewish Ganeshes aren't like Jewish Ganesh, but with Indian spices. Right. Yeah, I mean, Trump threatening people, it's just going to end. Right? Well, because there are Republican news outlets that do the opposite of those people. Right? I mean, they still do the same thing. Like I try to say, Antifa and three percenters and all that stuff. They're no different. They're street gangs. Stay away from such things. Turn away. Through development, all of it. What was in Wexford? There was something. Oh, another, I think, Indian food store. I support Indian food stores. I appreciate that they make foods available. I not always the easiest store. Well, because the price difference between a Indian restaurant and a grocery store is immense. So provide the food at a cheaper price. You can buy it. There's a lot of frozen stuff. You can just buy and stick in the microwave or cook on the griddle. Masala dosas. I was looking at some stuff and it's just like and it's in the restaurants too. It's so much the sat fats. It's insane. Now there are some people that are saying the sat fat is not such a big deal. They don't believe it's such a big deal. They believe it's just the cholesterol. They believe a certain level. I mean, not going crazy, but I mean, they have like 11, 12. It's like eating a pizza, which was my weakness. But it wouldn't have been if they didn't for my life. I'd have been on that same thing I was into. Totally healthy. They were crazy. I'm going to hell, man. There's no way out. I might be bent and broken. I know they walk around like the church walks around bent and broken. Yeah, bent and broken in your 450,000 to $10 million house. My ass. Nobody blocking their doctor's appointments or massage therapy when they need it, or hiring people at physical therapy to say whack shit. Right. I agree. ain't bent and broken. Right? But I might be bent and broken, but I'm going to heaven and I'm an angel. God says it's from this life. This is what He says. Because who I would be in this life, that's why I'm an angel. He says, in the name Larry, you're actually bigger than Raziel or Ragael and all the rest. I think Mary just spoke. Oh, Miriam. Her name's actually Miriam. I think it's the next thing. Hopefully it wasn't that one. I got my little orange wagon so I can pull my stuff in. I just don't have the side grates. I don't know where they are. I mean, they're in one of my bins. I just didn't feel like looking anymore. I was pretty lucky. It was in the one. Most of it was in the one thing. Got my sinus irrigator and everything. I have a couple of them. I wanted the other one, but I can't find it. So I need to go to this place over here. No, they planned the whole thing. Like I told you, when they started this against me, they're already killing men that were 61 years old, So they knew what the end result would be, right? Go to hell, believe me. There's no way out for any of them. They're the only people in the Bible and the scriptures that actually have to go to hell, right? I'll tell you the truth. Why would I lie to you? You can sin and get, because Hashem judges justly, and whatever your capability is how He judges you. And again, that's what's in the New Testament. That's why. But I'm sure a lot of rabbis have already spoken on that also, because they looked at the New Testament and then put it in their own words. Right. I did. Right. Yeah, when Hashem explained His judgment to me, I was like floored. It's like, oh my God, that's so perfect. To each unto his capability shall be judged. So you can't help being something that's considered a sin. Right? You should play that game. Right? You're going to be judged. I mean, you'll be judged, but you'll be judged innocent. That's what Hashem said. Hashem said one time I was sitting there and Satan, and all the deep state were projecting, judge not lest you be judged. Hashem, this is early on. Hashem said, let's get this over with. Say, judge me. Judge me. Hashem says, righteous. Now let's get back to work. I need you to do a few things. Nice. Yeah, part of it is there should be wiretaps up, and when these people call each other, they should come up on wiretaps. And they have over the years, but nobody would do the case. The attorneys would do the case, right? But deep state. But some of the agents, caught them and stuff. But then there's Hashem's wiretaps, so God's in their mind and listening in on how they think about all these things. Nice. Agreed. I might just have to change the filters out in my hearing aids, but on one set the right side's messed up, on the other set the left side's messed up. So I have to check that out. So I know it's not my ear because it's the other side. Right. Mm. But I had to order filters because I'm not, no way am I going to get to the. I tried to order from the VA, say you'd have to call a number, and I'm sure they'd send it to me if I said I lost them and it might move. I can't find them, but it's weekend, so I have to order them on Amazon for delivery tomorrow. I think the wax filters need to get changed. That's probably what my issue is. Just neglected that because I'm so busy. So weird to be in Pennsylvania. I can't believe I couldn't get back. I tried years ago. I couldn't go east. I'm sure the deep state had some sort of way with that. But no, God's not all powerful on this planet. And even in the scriptures, when it says something like that, it's not true. If you read what's happening. Vitamin shop over here. It's just like it's like Pennsylvania. It's just there's nothing open in those places. Harleys going by, but they're like a different. Like there's Harleys in those states, but it's not the same thing as when a Harley goes by in Pennsylvania. Right. I hate Florida plates. It's hard. There's a New York plate. My kids, it's shitty plate. I got to go in DMV on Monday and figure out what to do for the license. See if I can get that. I brought my safe. I got all my documents in my little safe. But you don't have inline online, I don't think. You got to get that. Right. Don't make sense without that. I'll look again, but I didn't see it last time. Where am I? Where's my? Oh wait, I guess I go too far. No, it's. No, I can't go too far. I can't be too far. It's up there. It's too far. I'm almost there. It's got to be like this turn. Say cheese. Look at me on the cameras. Conscious, Wisconsin. Say cheese. Yeah, do not enter sign. It's like it slows the cops down if they respond back in here, right? I guess you go the other way, right? Person out here in a robe. Oh, look out, are you? Already figured this place out. All right. I love it. I'm gonna kill myself with them samosas. I love them. I've never been tasted. They're so spicy. They're so delicious, fresh tasting. Like sometimes food that comes from India, it sits in the store a little while or gets defrosted somewhere along the way. But that stuff is fresh. And my hearing aid was screwed up, so I'm like going, huh? And it's like a young girl with a light voice. She's like, you need a membership. I'm thinking I had to pay for a membership or something. I'm like, I gave them a thumbs up on Facebook, and they appreciate it. Told them it's the best. I'm not lying. That is the best samosas I've ever, frozen samosa I've ever eaten. Maybe even the best samosa. I think it's the best samosa I've ever eaten. And I just put in the microwave for like 2 minutes. So I gotta heal this guy. I say heal these young people because their lives are, upside down. Things weren't done for me when my life was, almost still real. Right. Gosh, I gotta get my shit in here. I gotta go eat something first. I'll put my other camera up. No, I was in that bin on the one side with the fabric glue, and Hashem said that was meant for your hearing aid. And then I went to look through the other side of the box, and there was my hearing aids. First, I felt around because he said that. I'm like, oh, it must be around this glue or something. And then it was on the opposite side of the box. See, that's how Hashem does it. He triages. He uses enough power. And my gas detector went beep when I said that, so that it's a psychic confirmation. But Hashem triages and uses enough power, just enough power because he doesn't have. If the people on this planet don't see, the church does not seek God; it seeks Satan. There's no doubt. I'm sure there's synagogues like that also, and Hare Krishna temples, and Sikh temples, and mosques. Right. So Hashem doesn't have way here. But again, the secret is in a couple of the other scripts, like Hare Krishna and Bhagavad Gita. It has a couple. The way they interpret has a couple hints.